Hello and welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are finally on our last stretch calving wise, and as you can see just there we have another calf. So this is our fourth calf, the fourth heifer, which is now a cow that calved, which is not too bad. So as you can see, she was out here in the middle bay by herself. Her due date was coming up, so me and the father moved her into the pen here. And the white cow that was here, we moved her into here. But when she started calving this morning, which we'll get into that now, we had to move the cow and calf that was here into the pen there. So as you can see, we have her. She was the third one, and then we have two of them in there, the first and second ones, and now we have the fourth one. So we have one more after this calf in April, and then that's our calving sort of finished until November, December time, the end of this year, the beginning of next year. So as per usual, we'll get into the details. So I guess first things first, you might know it by the title and the thumbnail, this is my cow, my heifer that the father gave me. The brother also has one as well. So out of the 7 heifers, we picked whatever heifer we wanted. The father said pick a heifer there, me and the brother, and we did. And I picked the black one here. So this is my heifer and this is my calf. So you could say it's my first calf. So it's kind of a nice moment, this. But anyways, she was due on the 11th of March. And she calved on the 16th of March. So she brought 5 days on with her. The calf is a bull. We bulled the heifer with the limousine 8929 bull. We did have to jack the calf out because it's a bull, so it's a he. He is quite a big calf. Well, probably definitely the biggest calves that we've had in this calving season so far, and probably one of the biggest calves we had in a while. He is a lump of a yoke, a monstrosity, a monster. So the father and the brother was the ones that were on duty, so they had to put her into the crush here, and obviously, you know, a bit iffy when the cow is calving and that, in case she sucks the calf back in and whatnot, and then you're back to square one and all that. So they managed to get the heifer into the crush there, and the jack is tidied up. But they did have to jack the calf out. The cow was struggling, and I don't think the cow would have been able to push the bull out, the calf out of her by herself. So, you know, it is a big calf, and for a first time calving heifer, a first time heifer, you know, it was a bit hard on her as well. Once they jacked out the calf, when the cow was in the crush, they milked the heifer, the cow, and they bottle fed the calf, because the brother has to go to our old contractor, do a couple of bits on his farm, and the father has to go and get stuff for this acre scheme. So they did have to bottle feed the calf, because everyone was sort of away. But from now on, he's sort of fending for himself. If he needs to have a feed, he'll have to find the teats himself and feed. But obviously, I'll be here to keep a close eye on him and all that sort of stuff. So hopefully, and he probably will, because nearly every calf does it, but he will eventually find and be able to feed himself and be self-sufficient. So if we look at the limousine 8929's profile then, the calving difficulty for the beef heifer calving difficulty is value 4.8% and reliability 61%. So obviously it's not awfully bad for a calving difficulty for a heifer, but he obviously doesn't have the easy calving symbol or whatever trait on his profile. So obviously maybe for first time heifers there might have been better bulls out there to bull our heifers with that has the easy calving symbol on their profiles, but for a 4.8% value and a 61% reliability on the beef heifer calving difficulty, it's not too bad, keeping in mind that keeping in mind she was bulled with the Limousine 8929, and the brown cow here was bulled with the Limousine 8929. So two of them calves were out of the Limousine 8929 bull. Now I can't remember from the top of my head. I think she was she jacked? I think one of them was jacked. I can't remember from the top of my head, but it's obviously on the channel there as well. But it wasn't because the calves were big lumps of calves and the heifers were struggling to calf. It was just time. So for this one, it was a completely different story. It was just, she just wouldn't have calved on her own with the size of the calf that the calf is. So yeah, he's obviously lying down. He had his feed, he's full, and he's happy out. And obviously the cow has licked him somewhat clean as well. So, and luckily enough, I was told by the father that she is pretty quiet. She was not going to get too excited or too upset if I had to go in, and when she does release the cleanings and that, I could go into the pen somewhat and take it out without too much hassle. But I will obviously, when she does clean, and if I'm about, I'll just take the sparrow out, I'll push the gate inwards, and I'll always keep a gate between me and her, and I'll just get a grape and just stretch in and try and get it. I won't try and upset her or sort of excite her too much in that way. But yeah, my heifer has calved and I have my first calf, so happy days. And again, as always, when a cow or heifer calves, we'll just bombard the place with straw, as you can see here, and then after a couple of days we will put the bar, you can see that bar going across there, we will put a bar across there as well. It's just up along the wall there, whether or not you can see it. We'll take it down and we'll put it up across the wall, and that will just act as a little sort of corner calf creep for the calf to go into, so the cow, because for the next couple of days, week, 2 weeks, we'll give the bulk of the straw to the calf. So with that bar going across the wall, we'll just stop the cow from either lying in that corner, using up that straw for the calf, where the calf was supposed to be lying in. She might have it all flittered and scattered around the place, leaving the calf with no straw, or she might just start chewing it or something. So we will put that bar across the corner there for the calf in the next day or two, once the calf gets a little bit stronger and gets his bearings. But that's it really. That is it. So, as I mentioned at the start of the video, she is the second last heifer or cow to calf. We're on the last stretch, the home stretch. The last one now to calf is one of the cows out here. It is that mousy coloured cow in at the back there. So, teaser bull here will be sold in the mart. He's booked in, ready to go, and he will be shifted and gone. His job here is done. So once he's gone, we have a free pen. We'll probably we'll either keep the cow and calf in this section and put that cow in here, or we'll put that cow and calf in this section and put the cow that's yet to calf in here. And we might put a bar then across the two gates there for the calf to go into, a little calf creep, similar to the setup here, with the bar going across there, except it'll be on the slats. That's if they'll be in that pen. If they're going to stay in this pen, we have a hole in the wall just there to slide the bar in, and then we can clamp it on the gate, and that will give us the little calf creep in that pen as well. So yeah, the reason that they're not in with these is because obviously this is that's the newborn calf, but this is the youngest calf out of them three, we'll say. So if we put them in with them, the two bigger calves, so this calf and this calf, which is a lot more bigger, a lot more developed, a lot more stronger than this calf here, they could start sucking on this cow, and that would leave this calf with no milk. So yeah, so that's why they're in, that's why the cow and the calf is in there and not in with them. But yeah, once we can get the teaser bull gone, we do have that free pen then, and we can then take out the next and last cow that's due to calf, which is in sometime the middle of April, and get her tuned up and ready to go. And then obviously once we have her moved out and into whatever pen on the Schlats, when it's maybe a week or 5 days before her due date, we'll put her in the calving pen here where the black one is, and we might move her then out onto the dry pen here for a couple of weeks, and then we'll probably move her then out onto the Schlats, or we'll move her straight out onto the Schlats and put the cow that's due to calf in the pen. So there's a lot of little options there with reshufflements and all that, but it's not awfully bad. It's not awfully bad indeed. So I think that would be the end of today's video. We'll let her settle. I'll be keeping a close eye on her every now and then, just to make sure that when she cleans, I can be able to get some of it. If she eats it, it's no harm, but I much rather take it out of the pen when she does clean. But yeah, that is it. That is the end of today's video. And bull calf, I think that's our second bull calf this calving season. So we've had 2 heifers and 2 bulls until the next cow that calves. We'll see what she gives us. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my merch, the links that will be down in the description, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. Take care.